great to see. Good morning. It's great to see y'all. Here. How many of you guys, by a show of hands, no talking, have siblings? Okay. Who's the youngest by a show of hands in your family? Who's the oldest? Who's in the middle?
The middle children.
Okay. I am the youngest of 5. Listen, I have 2 older half-brothers.
He's like 5.
One is 27. He's 27, living in Japan. I'm the youngest. Youngest of 5. Okay. Listen. All right. Well, today we're going to learn about the parable of the prodigal son. The prodigal son was the youngest brother. And the prodigal son had an older brother as well. I'm going to read the first passage. The parable of the prodigal son. And Jesus was talking to 2 groups of people, tax collectors, sinners, as well as Pharisees and Sadducees. And Jesus said, he was telling a story, there was a man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, "Father, give me the share of the property that is coming to me." And he divided his property between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered all he had and took a journey into a far country. And there he squandered his property in reckless living. And when he had spent everything, a severe famine arose in that country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed pigs. And he was longing to be fed with the pods that the pigs ate. He was so hungry he wanted to eat the pigs' food. And no one gave him anything. So, I'm just going to quickly summarize that for y'all. So the dad gave the younger son part of the money, part of his inheritance already. The kid is usually supposed to wait till the dad passes away, but the kid is just fed up being at the house and just wants to live life on his own and use his money and see how far he can get. So the dad gave him part of his money, and the son left home. He spent all his money on silly things, parties, food, fun. So guess what? He kept spending money until he had nothing left. No food, no house, not even clean clothes. Sometimes it's not until we lose something that we learn how good it is. We don't learn to appreciate the good in our life until we don't have it anymore. So the son is all alone now, away from his family. Keep in mind, this is the younger son. You'd expect the older son to do this, who's much smarter and more responsible. But this is the younger son. And like I said, while he was away from his family, living life on his own, living life on his own as the younger son, he got a job feeding pigs. And like I said, he had no money. He spent it all on silly things. So he was hungry because he didn't have money for food or clothes or a house or anything. So while he was feeding pigs, he thought to himself, man, I'm so hungry I could eat the pigs' food. I could eat the paws that they're feeding the pigs with. It's crazy. Then the son said to himself, what am I doing? Even my dad's workers at his house have food to eat. I'll just go back to him and tell him I'm sorry. Maybe he'll let me work for him. This is a big risk. Who knows how the dad is going to react after he just wasted all of his money that his dad gave him. Surely the son is scared of what the dad is going to say. But he's so hungry and poor that he has no other option but to go back home. So he started walking home. And how do y'all think that the dad's going to react when the kid just wasted all of his money?
Angry or happy? Excited, very happy.
Okay, raise your hands. Raise your hands if you have something to say. You think? Well, I feel like y'all have already read this. Yeah. Y'all are right. The dad is very generous and graceful and merciful. But what if I put it to y'all this way? Say you guys are at school. And you're sitting by your best friend. And you and your best friend are just talking all day about movies, and video games, and stuff that y'all like to talk about. But your teacher gets on to y'all multiple times, over and over again. And the teacher gets so mad that she's like, I'm going to have to call your mom. I'm going to have to call your parents because you won't stop talking and disrupting class. What do you think your parents are going to say whenever they pick you up in the car rider line?
If I was younger, they would give me a spanking, but now they would give me a stern talk.
A stern talk. They're not going to be happy. You're not going to expect for them to give you a celebration or be relieved that you got in trouble at school. So it takes me to this. While the son was still a long way off from walking home, his dad saw him coming. What do you think the dad did? Did he yell?
He prayed.
Did he say, I told you so? Did he walk him out of the house? Was he standing at the porch like arms crossed, feet tapping? Oh, there's my son. There's my son who just walked off and spent all the money. Was he like that? Did he have resent in him? No. He did not. So, I'm going to read the next passage. But when the son came to himself, he said, how many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread? But I perish here with hunger. I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Treat me as one of your hired servants. And so the son arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion, and ran and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, bring quickly the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. And bring the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and celebrate. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And they began to celebrate. So that's just like you getting in trouble at school, being bad, and the teacher calls your parents. But your mom or your parents who are coming to pick you up, they go to Chick-fil-A and they buy you, before they come pick you up, they buy you your favorite meal from Chick-fil-A with a cookie or brownie or ice cream or a milkshake. And then they show up at the school coming to celebrate you, saying, I know you got in trouble, but I know that you're gonna turn from your mistakes and learn from your mistakes. And I'm full of grace and mercy, and I love you, and I'm just glad that you're here in my car now. It's unconditional love is what it is. So, like I said, the dad ran to his son, hugged him, and kissed him. Then he threw a big party and said, my son was lost, but now he's found. He was gone, but now he's home. Jesus told this story to the two groups of people so we could understand something special. God is like that dad. Are y'all listening? God is like the prodigal son's dad. When we make mistakes, when we sin, when we walk away from God, He's not mad forever. He's waiting for us to come back. He wants to forgive us. He wants to throw a party in heaven when we turn back to Him. His love and mercy is endless. No matter what we've done, God still loves us, and nothing can stop Him from wanting us to come home. So I got 3 takeaways that I'm going to write on the board. God loves you even when you mess up. I'm going to make sure this is good handwriting.
It's fine.
first takeaway. God loves you even when you mess up. Alright, y'all, listen up. Did the prodigal son mess up? Raise your hands. How did the prodigal son mess up?
He went and started saving it till his father died. He went and spent it all on partying and buying things that he shouldn't instead of saving it for him.
That's right. He squandered all of his money that the dad gave him. And he shouldn't have even asked for the money so quickly, and he shouldn't have ran off with the money. But he did. You can always go back to him. He'll forgive you. God will always forgive you. I'm going to make this a capital H. So just like the prodigal son made a huge mistake, squandered all of his money, and then he returned to his father thinking that he was going to be mad and that he was not worthy to even be his son anymore and he's going to have to be his dad's servant. No matter what mistakes you make in life, no matter how big they are, if you put your faith and trust in God and you actually give God your heart, you can always go back to him and he'll always forgive you. No matter what. The last takeaway, God is a loving father who never gives up on his children. Did the prodigal son's father give up on him whenever he came back? He did not. He celebrated that his son came back, no matter how big of a mistake he made. So closing thought, if you ever feel far away from God, just talk to him, say I'm sorry, and run back to him. He's already watching and waiting to run to you. He loves us unconditionally, like the prodigal son's father. There's nothing we can do to stop him from loving us. When we give our hearts to God, we are going to turn away from our mistakes and learn our lessons. Okay, we're going to do a quick review, and I will give out candy if y'all get the answers right. Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask this question again. How did the younger son mess up? Exactly. He wasted all the money that he got. His father's money. I'm gonna get you candy. Also, if I don't pick on you, we're gonna play silent ball, so I'm sure everybody's good.
What? Everybody plays this game?
Okay. Was the son embraced and forgiven, and was he celebrated whenever he came back from making his huge mistake?
Yeah.
He was?
Yeah.
That's right, he was. The Father was full of grace and mercy, just like God. Did the Father father give up on the younger son whenever he went away? He did not. What did he do? He waited on his return and he celebrated with him whenever he came back. Alright, last question. It's going to be a trick question. Not really a trick question, but if you all have already read the story before. How did the older brother react whenever the son came back? Now the older brother was keen on following all the rules and being a good son to his dad. Just like there's some Christians out there who are just keen on following all the rules and being the best servant they can be and trying to earn his grace rather than understanding grace. What did the older brother do whenever the son came back?
He was super mad.
Okay?
He was like, why are you doing this? For him, he wasted all the money.
That's right. That's a great answer. The older brother said to his dad, "Look, these many years I have served you and I never disobeyed your command, yet you never gave me a young goat that I might celebrate with my friends." So the older brother was mad. He said, "I deserve the goat. I deserve the celebrations. I deserve the embrace." Just like we can feel that way sometimes. But we got to celebrate when others turn from their mistakes and they're trying to better themselves and trying to give their lives to Christ. We have to celebrate them and love others, no matter how good we think we are. I'm going to go ahead and pray us out, and then we can play silent. Everybody bow your heads and close your eyes.